is where you are. And if you don't mind answering my first question, do you agree that you do deny the existence of climate change?
Well, okay, so in the legal business,
it's
that's
a really yes or no question, quite honestly.
It's not a yes or no question.
I mean, it is or it isn't,
Sir,
and it does exist.
I'm happy to answer your question, but I'm not going to engage in a cross-examination.
Okay, so what's your answer?
If you would like my answer, I'll give you my
answer.
answer.
Okay, I'm listening.
Which is that public policy should follow the science and the data.
Which says climate change exists.
All right, well, but hold on.
And do you agree?
Sir, I told you I'm not going to be cross-examined. So
I'm not trying to cross-examine you, I just want a yes or no answer.
This place is in glaciers 10,000 years ago.
Yeah.
Let's step back for a second.
I'm just trying to get an answer here.
Let's step back for a second and look at this with some historical perspective.
Okay.
30, 40 years ago, there were a group of political liberals and scientists who said we were facing global cooling. They said we were headed towards a global ice age. And the solution to global cooling was massive government control of the economy, the energy sector, and every aspect of our lives.
Okay, I'm not into that personally, but
Then, the data disproved it. That was not in fact correct that we were seeing global cooling, so that was kind of a problem. So then, many of these same political liberals and many of these same scientists, they then latched onto a new theory. It's called global warming.
Correct.
And the new theory of global warming, interestingly enough, the solution was the exact same as the solution had been for global cooling. It was massive government control of the economy, of the energy sector, and every aspect of our lives. But then the problem became the data and evidence didn't back up global warming. In particular, if you look at the satellite data, listen, I am the son of two scientists and mathematicians. It is the essence of science to look to the evidence. In the last 18 years, there has been no meaningful recorded warming according to the satellite data. So suddenly all these political liberals, the evidence and data didn't back them up. So then the theory changed to a third version. It's just been in the last few years when the theory magically transformed into climate change. And climate change, from the perspective of a political liberal who wants government power, climate change is the perfect pseudoscientific theory. Why is that? Because it can never be disproven. Whether it is hotter or colder, whether it is wetter or drier, the climate is always changing. Now, you asked a question, do I believe in climate change? Of course. From the dawn of time, the climate has been changing. Till the end of time, the climate will change. And yet, interestingly enough, the political liberals, their solution to climate change is exactly the same as it was to global cooling and global warming. Massive government control of the economy, the energy sector, and our lives. And when you start to see politicians that propose the exact same solution to every problem, regardless of the facts or the data, you start to think these are just politicians that want power over our lives. You know what I'm interested in? I'm interested in the single moms who are working here, who are struggling to feed their kids and are finding their electric bills skyrocketing because these liberals are driving up their electric bills, driving up their energy bills, making it harder and harder to provide for their kids. We need to follow the facts and data and not just give power to a bunch of out-of-touch elites in Washington over our lives.
So community-based solutions.
All right, thank you, sir.